you've made your nice little video, color graded it, great. Then you want to export it. It's not too tricky. Go to export media, or if you've got your sequence selected, just Command and M will do the same thing, and it'll open up this export settings box. Okay. Now, I think I used to say, hey, just click the match sequence settings, but what that does is it'll end up, for some reason, creating an MPEG file, which technically is the same as an MP4, but it's just a different wrapper. However, once you start actually playing with that, it just won't be as neat. So make sure that's not ticked. Here you've got your format. Now, depending on where this is going, that might need to change. For 99.9% of our situation, we are exporting it for online use. It'll either be sent as a video file to me for assessment. You might be uploading it to your WordPress, or you might be uploading it to Vimeo or Instagram, whatever. In that case, you want 8.264. 8.264 is an internet codec specifically for HD video. So it looks nice. It also compresses it without making it all lossy and nasty. So go with that. If you're exporting it for more professional use, I would suggest probably QuickTime, and that's a bit more of a less compressed file format. However, although that's currently sort of the go-to to export as, I think Apple themselves, who invented QuickTime, are starting to reduce support for QuickTime. So if in doubt, keep it H.264 for now. And if you're doing it for someone, for a client, for a project, ask them. Just say, what format would you like this in? And they will tell you. If they say, oh, it's for web, MP4, do that. And if you're really stuck, just ask them, I've not done it for this format before. Can you advise me? All right. Don't be afraid to ask people. But yeah, so I did some stuff when I want stuff to come out really uncompressed. I would normally go for QuickTime. Okay, but it all depends. And it's a similar thing with After Effects. I know some of you might be doing After Effects. If you need a look at exporting from After Effects, let me know. I could cover that quickly next week, maybe. Because that's a kind of different thing again. So anyway, H.264 for online. Next thing, preset. Now, again, I would normally just leave that as high bitrate, match source. High bitrate. Bitrates, if you don't know, is the amount of bits that are streaming through the video. The higher the bitrate, the more bits, the more information is in there. Lower the bitrate, less information, the more mashed up the video is going to look. Higher the bitrate, the cleaner your video is going to look. High bitrate is fine, but what you notice down here is it says estimated file size, and it'll tell you how big it thinks your file size might be. So 75 megabytes. For us, that's not too crazy, but if you're doing something specific with it, it might be too much or whatever. There are loads of settings here. And what I found is I was doing some really busy stuff. I say busy, it's lots of information, lots of pictures, doing stuff with overlays, exporting it at high bitrate, thinking it would be fine, looked great on my computer, exported it to YouTube, messed up. It's sort of something with the algorithms, not algorithms, something with the compression on YouTube is it will just sometimes, if there's too much going on, it'll just simplify it and you end up with big pixels. Whereas I found exporting it as YouTube, it seems to be exactly the same settings in here in terms of bit rates and everything else, but it just seemed to be neater. So if it's going to end up on YouTube, if it's going to end up on Vimeo, just pick one of the presets. They work, you know? These days, I'm sort of end up just going YouTube Full HD because I know that it's going to look nice. If I send that to a client, if they upload it to YouTube, it'll also still look nice. Whereas, as a default, high bitrate should work, but it may not. I'm going to go with that anyway, but just to let you know, don't forget there are settings for all sorts of different things, and every time there's an update to Premiere, it'll change them anyway. Next thing is most important, output name. Okay, it's a default thing, it'll be sequence, whatever. So make sure you be really boring and go to the place where it lives. And just what I've been doing now these days is I'll go to my project and I'll make another folder called exports, because if you just export into that, you'll just end up with a version. You'll change it. You'll have version 2, version 3, version 4. You'll send it to someone. They'll go, why don't you try that? You'll have version 3.568. And it's just, oh my God. In exports, and you'll get confused, and which is my fine. At least in exports, you've got a bit of a thing, and you can start thinning it out. It's not just with all the other jumble of files that you've ended up plopping in there. So do it in there. Give it a name. So fly high, graded. Boom. Save it, and go down here. If you want to get into the nitty-gritty, oh sorry, that's some builders in the house. It's great, isn't it? Huh. If you get into the nitty-gritty of all this, you can do. I would kind of stay away. I do a preset, be happy with it. Okay, if you want to up the audio sample rates or whatever, crumbs, what I do there. If you want to change the audio format, particularly for whatever reason, you can do. But don't worry, if you're trying to decrease your file sizes, you can probably get away with going down to 44,000 hertz. But just keep it. Just don't worry. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about this as well. And what you'll also see down here, it says use maximum render quality. You might be tempted to tick that thinking you'll get higher quality video. It's not always that clean cut. Generally use these, leave them alone. Okay, it gets messy. Now you can click Q. That'll open up another bit of software called Adobe Media Encoder. You get even more settings. You can then just basically, if you've got lots of videos to pump out, you can just queue them all. You'll get everything will be listed in Media Encoder. You hit play, it'll just spit them all out. I found it quite handy actually using After Effects and stuff like that. And for this as well, sometimes if I'm doing loads and loads of videos for something, it's great. But if you're doing one video, it can be a bit overkill and it's prone to crashing. So I'm going to just click Export instead. And you let it do its thing. And it will say it's going to take so long. It usually takes 3 times longer. Oh. And on my machine, I can't do anything else while it's doing that, so I'm going to cancel. Yeah, if you're on one of the fancy new M1 Macs, however, you'll find it just does it. Right. That's it. So pretend I did that. I'm going to stop recording, so I remembered I'm recording. Oh my lord.